Greetings, Royals, on this episode of the Royal Exchange.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I feel like I have not spoken to you in such a very long time. Let's just say a lot has been going on. So this topic is exciting because what it is me talking about what my pieces of advice are for starting in the workforce as an entry-level employee. So here goes, okay? Focus on yourself, okay? Stop trying to compete. There's no point in trying to compete. And I used to get caught up in that and competing with my colleagues, but that only caused us to look immature. There's no need to compete when you know for a fact that you are someone who has the skills and the attributes necessary to be successful. I know a lot of people say, oh, you gotta study your competition, you gotta learn your competition. Nah, bruh, I don't think so. I think what you need to do is focus on the parts of you that are the best and run with it. Showcase those abilities and you won't need to ever compete. Number 2, always show up early. Show up with energy. Be ready. Be ready to take charge of the day. Don't just come into work early. No, come into work early so you can get a head start and actually place yourself in a position to maximize on the time that you're allotted in your day. And do that with a sense of urgency. Yes. Ooh, I like that word. Maintain professionalism at all times. Okay, like, I don't think I really need to elaborate on this that much, but professionalism is a lot more than just your attire. It needs to be how you present yourself. Your demeanor when you are in a professional setting needs to complement your surroundings. Is the image that you're giving off something that resonates with your office, your company's core values, your company's mission statement? Is that something that actually aligns with it? Because if it isn't, then you really need to reevaluate that. Step 4 is to unbreak the code. And when I say unbreak the code, what I'm referring to is understand your organization, understand the company that you work for. You need to learn how to articulate the lingo. What lingo do they speak? Do they speak in terms of acronyms? Do you understand that lingo? If you don't understand that lingo, are you keeping track of the different acronyms that they use to communicate with one another? That's 1. 2, what is the hierarchical structure? How is your organization organized? How is it set up? 5 is assess the needs of your office. You will never know your true potential unless you push yourself. And assessing the needs of your organization, assessing the needs of your office will help push you, because then you're forced to meet those needs. If you assess them, you are forced to meet them. And the reason why you're looking for needs in the first place is to see how you can contribute to your organization. How can you improve what it is that's already there? Find the change agents. Find the people who get stuff done. Find the people who are very politically savvy. Find the people who know how to talk the talk and walk the walk. Find the people who have literally worked their way to the top. Ask to interview them about their lives. Ask to sit with them, have lunch with them, and talk to them about their journey. All right, my next piece of advice is to leave your personal stuff at home, okay? When you enter into the professional setting, all of whatever happened before you entered into there needs to go away. Gone. Next is to study your principals and direct reports. So whether it is your manager or your manager's manager or your manager's manager's manager, know who these people are. Study them. Study what their pet peeves are. Study how their leadership styles are. Study what they like. Make mistakes. And I'm going to say this again. Make mistakes. Okay? It's okay to make mistakes. And when you make that mistake, don't beat yourself up over it. You get a journal and you write it down. You write down what that mistake was and you write down how you can make sure you don't do it again. That is what will separate you from all of the rest. There's no competition, like I said. This is all about being the best version of yourself. You cannot be the best version of yourself if you do not learn from your mistakes. So in order to learn from your mistakes, you have to make them. Admitting the fact that I messed up, I effed up. Okay, so what do I do about it now? Don't think problems, think solutions. Observe and listen. Remain teachable. Do not, and I repeat, do not assume that just because you already know something, you can't learn something else about that very same subject. Open up your ears and your mind when you are a newbie to an organization. Even when you're an oldie, sit down and listen, because you might learn something. So the next one is, I call it the no flex zone. And I named it that because these are the things you just don't want to discuss in the workplace setting. Politics, religious views, and your personal life. If you do choose to talk about them, you gotta just be prepared to be judged, period. The best way to have a successful professional experience is to not have your performance at work affected by how someone personally feels about what you believe. And I don't think people realize that that actually comes into play a lot. You don't want to flex on that. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Always research the benefits that your company provides. It's not just about what you can do for your agency, but also what can you gain from working at that company? What can you gain from working in that office? What can you gain from being a part of that organization? And you have to really do your research. Learn about the different programs they have. People will not tell you, people will not come and give you free information. Nah, boo-boo. You gotta go look for that information, and you have to take it and run with it. Royals, go out there and act. Build your kingdoms. Work on here, work on you, work on this. And everything else on the outside will start to reflect the work and the progression that you have done. So go forth and conquer. I love y'all. Bye.